Hey, make sure y'all tap into that new LAX Gotham podcast starring LA's own Gangland Neem, one of the best up-and-comers in Los Angeles on the streaming platform, and New York City's own, the real New York mayor, Showface News. It's epic. It's crazy. Make sure you tap in every Sunday. Every single Sunday, you'll see Gangland Neem live. But the one and only Showface News going crazy. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. It's the mayor. Stop playing. Please be advised, the following content is rated F for fiction, which means it's not real. This is all entertainment. It never happened. This is all satire. It's all make-believe out of the mayor's head. Enjoy. It's the mayor. Welcome to Showface News. Call me what you want, just don't call me woke. You never ride with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Check it out, y'all. So tonight, we're going to be talking about Drake's gang times because there's so much misinformation, misleading information that's being put out here about Drake that's just not true. Starting off with the Hells Angels connection. Is Drake connected to the Hells Angels, which is the largest biker gang in the entire world, founded in the 1940s? Alright, they're their own logo. They've been around for quite some time and have a lot of money and power. Alright, the first time we seen Drake ever with any type of Hell's Angel allegiance, or it seemed that he did, was when he wore that jacket with Travis Scott some years ago, right? Now, he was in this 81 jacket, alright, which represented Hell's Angels. People said, he must be connected to Hell's Angels. Well, let's be very clear. Drake is a J, and Drake is also biracial, which means there's no possible way that Drake is a member or associated with Hells Angels. Why? Because Hells Angels is actually a white supremacist group. Yes, champs, look it up. Alright? Now Drake recently was looking for protection from Hells Angels out there in Toronto, as well as New York, Chicago, and Cali. Alright? Not just in Toronto, but also in the States as well. They were not willing to give him any protection or even talk to him to begin with. Why? He doesn't fit the criteria. Alright, so he's just a fan. Alright, he's a fan of the game. Why are you doing things with black culture when you are a fan of Hells Angels, champ? That doesn't make any sense now, does it? Doesn't make any sense now. Of course, you guys seen the Family Matters video where he's talking to someone who was said to be a member of Hells Angels, but it turns out that this guy is just a recruit for Hells Angels. They were trying to recruit him, alright? In that Family Matters video, what you seen was Drake talking to him as if he was some type of mob boss trying to conduct business. But to be quite honest, this guy is not a Hells Angels member. He's just Drake's neighbor. Alright, he's Drake's neighbor. He had no business speaking to him to begin with, due to the fact that he is trying to be hard and be gangster so bad that he wants this protection as a civilian who's not in the streets. He wants protection from a very notable biker gang that has a lot of power. Alright, and this person in that video with Drake in Family Matters, he owns a lot of businesses. Alright, one of my Toronto connects put me on and told me, yeah, this guy just owns a lot of businesses, and he is not a member, but he is being recruited and looked at by Hells Angels to become a member. So he's not an official member, and after seeing him on the Family Matters video, he's probably never going to be a member ever. It's also being said that Drake had a Hells Angel connection that got Rick Ross and his entourage violated last night. Turns out that's not true either. Alright, listen, if there was a Hells Angels member that did attack Rick Ross and his entourage, it had nothing to do with Drake. And if it just so happens that, yeah, it was a Hells Angels person, so what? It didn't have nothing to do with Drake. It's just a coincidence, guys. He has no connections to Drake. Drake has no connections to Hells Angels. He doesn't fit the criteria. This is a white supremacist group gang. Alright, moving on. Now let's talk about how that VA incident went with Drake back in the day. Alright, Drake does a show, comes out the show, leaves, alright, or tries to leave before he is rushed by Vice Lords, GDs, Pyrus, and Hoovers in VA. Yes, champ. Why though? Well, Your boy was rolling with some Canadians that's supposed to be Crip but throwing up the wrong signs. So these gangs decided to rush Drake and G-check all that, alright? But only one man, and one man only, was able to stop that situation from escalating to another level, and that person was Gutter from Young Money. Y'all know him better as Gutter. Alright, he was able to de-escalate that situation and stop Drake from getting into something very, very heinous. See, what y'all gotta realize is this. Yes, Drake may have some steppers from Toronto, but them steppers at Toronto are not steppers in the US. Now, there is this one individual, alright, from What's Gang, allegedly, who did indeed graze Kodak Black, alright, at Justin Bieber's party. Some of y'all might remember that from a few years back, alright, and that's because Kodak Black and Drake had a silent beef. However, Drake had nothing to do with Kodak getting grazed. That was just done off principle because there was smoke, alright, with Kodak Black and Drake, alright, which also goes into the beef with a Boogie, Don Q, and Kodak Black, who also have smoke, and they're pretty much cool with the same people in Toronto, if that makes sense. Hope I'm not juggling your mind. Pause. Alright, well look, Drake is a fan, like I said before. He's a fan. He's not a member. Alright, he ain't really close to no members. Alright, and the people that's with Drake, alright, these supposed steppers, are just people who really, they might have done what they done, but they just don't hold weight in America, and they've never stepped in to try to stop Drake from paying taxes, because he's paid a lot of taxes. Okay, and these are just facts. Alright, you can question this all you want and say, yeah, Drake has a lot of money, he can buy his way. Listen, gang, to be honest, mob ties ain't even protect Drake like that, because when he paid taxes in Texas, guess what? Nobody helped him, nobody saved him. Mob ties ain't save him, champ, alright? Jay Prince was just someone who endorsed into Drake's career, alright? Got him a lot of opportunities. Alright, paid, was an investor. That's it. He got his return on investment, but they don't rock with Drake no more, alright? Which makes him more vulnerable, which is probably the reason why he was looking for Hell's Angels protection all over the place, not just in the US, but also in Toronto. Alright, now as far as, the bodyguard getting hit and people trying to break into his house in Toronto, that might be fake. That might be damage control. Alright, we haven't heard about it since it's a lost cause now. It's in the bed, alright, or under the bed, alright. It's not even a thing anymore. It's irrelevant. Nobody talks about it anymore because it was probably fixed, probably wasn't a real deal, alright. Probably was damage control after the nasty defeat that he took to Kendrick Lamar, alright. I'm just saying. Okay, so saying Drake is Hell's Angels and all this makes absolutely no sense, because if you know anything about the Hell's Angels, they don't care about Drake. Alright, he ain't Blood, he ain't Crip, he ain't Pyro, he ain't Damo, he ain't none of these things, champ. Alright, none of these things that Drake is. Alright, but the man is telling you what he knows, alright, from very verified sources. Alright, so don't be fooled by people like Akademiks who don't know anything, alright? They're not familiar with gang culture, alright? And politics differ in other sectors of the United States and other regions, alright? Politics are different, okay? Drake got violated in Cali with taxes. Drake got violated in Texas with taxes, and probably still is getting violated right now in Texas with taxes. Right now, he is in Canada for Canada Day. Who knows what's going on up there? Now, let's get into how Drake is a tax-paying citizen, and I say that, alright, very, very, sarcastically when I say tax-paying citizen, alright? Let's start off with how when he went to Miami, Gunplay made him pay taxes, alright? He had to buy food and toys for the hood out there in Miami, alright, filming a video. Drake is very well known for paying taxes, and Drake rolls with some hitters, alright, these steppers from Toronto who could do nothing about it, champ. And there's been multiple occasions, alright? I mean in Texas, I mean in Cali, I mean in Florida, just to name a few places of where Drake had to pay taxes, champ. Yeah, gang, alright? Gunplay got him paying taxes, but what about Game's video shoot? Alright, Game's Pyro OG made Drake pay taxes, gang. Yeah, Drake had to come out of pocket, pay money, champ. Yeah, and he didn't only pay money to the Game's Pyro OG. There was another hoodie he had to end up paying for as well, unknowingly. And yes, with Baka Not Nice and people like Hush in Drake's presence, and these are supposed to be some real deal steppers. Well, guess what, champ? These steppers could never help Drake in any of his inconvenient situations, alright? But your boy Baka Not Nice, Hush, and other alleged steppers from Toronto cannot and did not protect Drake whatsoever, alright? And that's just what it is. You could agree to disagree if you want. Mayor doesn't lie, gang. But look, you let me know how you feel about all this in the comment section. Do you think Drake is just a fan of the street life? What do you think? You let me know how you feel in the comment section. But gang, it's the mayor, the one and only real New York Mayor F. Eric Adams, and you're rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Make sure you like the video, share the video, but subscribe to Showface News. If you're having a hard time on social media, you can't get the numbers you want, your traction is terrible, but you need to get that boost to get to where you want to be and go viral, you came to the right place, gang. You gotta holler at Drea the Virgo on Instagram, because she's helping endless YouTubers get to where they want to be, get to the mountaintop right now. I'm talking about more views, more traction, more likes, more comments, cross-platforming, you name it. I mean TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, more followers, more subscribers, more money. Alright, listen, you gotta go and follow Drea the Virgo right now. Hit her in the DMs, because guess what? She's loaded, alright? She's helping everybody. I mean everybody, champ. She's even helping the mayor. Yes, the mayor's getting help from Drea the Virgo. You need to holler at her right now so you can get your numbers up, right, and get to this money, get to this bag, quit your job, stop working a 9 to 5 and be a successful entrepreneur. Holler at Drea the Virgo right now.